Hello everybody, it's Diego the Rainbow Star Person and welcome to this lovely YouTube channel. If you are new here, I welcome you, and if you've already been here before, I also welcome you because today's video is going to be interesting. So I have a lovely question for you. If you've heard of the term twin flame or twin flames, raise your hand. If you've heard of the term triplet flame or triplet flames from someone other than me, raise your hand. So, this is an interesting topic because I almost feel like I'm the only person that has been talking about triplet flames. There might be some other people out there that have talked about it, but if they have, I do not know about them using the term triplet flames specifically. So anyways, I think it's important to talk about this because it makes a lot of sense. Why does it make sense though? Well, let's think about biology. So when you have identical twins have the same DNA. They come from one zygote that split into two and became two biological identical twins. Now, when you take one zygote and then split that zygote into three, trying to make 3 circles with my hands. When you take that zygote and split it into 3, you get what you call identical triplets. These identical triplets come from one zygote, and these identical triplets have the same DNA. Basically, those identical triplets grow up and mature and have identical DNA. So, now when you look at the soul, when we have twin flames, we start with one soul, and that one soul splits into 2 and then incarnates into 2 bodies. So you will have 2 people, basically. If you're twin flames, you'll have 2 people that come from the same soul. Now, when you have triplet flames, you start with one soul, and that one soul has so much unconditional love, universal peace, and complete freedom, that wonderful soul splits into 3. So then you have one soul that becomes 3 and incarnates into 3 bodies. So those 3 parts of that one soul incarnate into 3 different physical bodies. So if you think about twin flames, they have the same quote-unquote soul DNA because they come from the same quote-unquote soul. Another way of saying soul DNA is soul blueprint or soul signature or soul essence. Or you could just say the same soul because they come from the same soul. When you have triplet flames, the idea is the same. You have 3 people that come from the same soul. So these 3 people will have the same quote-unquote soul DNA, and another way of saying that is the the same soul signature, the same soul essence, or the same soul blueprint, however you want to put it. Why am I talking about triplet flames yet again? Well, if you look at the previous video that I talk about twin flames, triplet flames, and more, you will be familiar with this topic. But if you're new to this topic, that's also okay. I'm talking about this topic about triplet flames because I just recently had a revelation. So the way that I discover revelations is by asking my heart. So let me tell you something before I get into this revelation that I'm about to mention. One question I had asked my heart before is, how many past lives have I had in this dimension? I closed my eyes and placed my hands over my heart and meditated for what felt like a very long time. And I closed my eyes and I saw the number 0. Then I opened my eyes and I smiled, and I came to this realization. I was like, oh my gosh, I've had 0 past lives in this dimension. That means that this is my first life as a living being in this dimension ever. Wow, right? Isn't that a cool discovery? So something that I'd like to say is, whenever you feel that you are in doubt or you're not sure, even if you've had tons of psychic readings on the same topic, even if other people have told you a certain thing, even if other people have answered your question and said, this is the way it is, even if you've asked your spirit guides to help you with psychic readings, and they've given you a way to do a pendulum reading or a tarot reading or a coin toss reading. Even if you have done all of those things, what's the most important? Well, the most important thing is to listen to your inner guidance system. Your inner guidance system is essentially your intuition and your higher self and your inner heart that resides within your soul. So basically, when you are able to feel your soul within your heart and you are able to listen to your own intuition and listen to your own higher self, when you're able to close your eyes and place your hands on your heart, and whenever you have a deep question about something, ask your heart. As they say, follow your heart, because your heart is wise. Your heart has so much wisdom. And your heart will bestow its wisdom to you. So whenever you have a deep question or an important question, just close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, and ask your heart. And if your third eye and your intuition is open, then you will be able to see your answer. And if your throat chakra is open and your ear chakra is open, you will be able to hear the truth. You will be able to hear the answer to your question. And when your heart is open, you will be able to feel all that love that comes with your answer, and all that freedom and all that peace. See, because when I asked this next question, I had placed a crystal of every single color on every single chakra. I placed a red crystal near my root chakra, an orange crystal near my sacral chakra, a yellow crystal near my solar plexus chakra, a green crystal near my heart chakra, a blue crystal near my throat chakra, a purple crystal near my third eye chakra, and a rainbow moonstone near my crown chakra. And this rainbow moonstone is this beautiful pearly white moon-like color. So the crown chakra can be associated with the color magenta or pink or even white. So that lovely moonstone was this iridescent white color that corresponds with the crown chakra. Also, the root chakra does also correspond with the black, brown, and gray colors as well. So you can also use a chakra crystal with those colors. And the heart chakra sometimes also goes well with rose quartz, so a rose color. Anyways, I've been stalling long enough. I might as well tell all of you what I discovered. So after I had balanced all my chakras and had practiced self-reiki with each of the chakras, once my chakras were all balanced and I could see the color of each chakra, I would actually close my eyes and place my hands, for example, over my solar plexus chakra. And I would wait until I would see the color yellow, because I'm clairvoyant and I can see the colors of my own chakras when they are open. So once the chakra would open, I would see the color that corresponds with that chakra. So once I would see that color associated with that chakra, and that color would immerse the vision of my inner third eye, once I was able to see that color of that chakra, I would move on to the next chakra until all of the chakras were open and balanced. And once all of the chakras were open and balanced, I simply placed my hands over my heart and I asked my heart a simple question. Do I have triplet flames? The answer was a simple yes. I do have triplet flames. I am one of 3 triplet flames. The second question I asked was, do I have a twin flame? And the answer was a very simple, no, you don't have a twin flame. I don't have a twin flame. Let that sink in for a moment. I have triplet flames. I don't have a twin flame. And ever since this realization, actually even before this realization, to be honest, I have been organizing my dating life around a unique lifestyle. I've basically been putting on my dating profiles that I am interested in being part of a throuple. A throuple is basically an intimate and romantic and or sexual relationship involving 3 people. I specifically would like to be part of a closed throuple relationship, ideally with my triplet flames. Basically, these people who are my triplet flames come from the same soul as me. They have rainbow auras, i.e. multicolored auras, like me. They grew up as rainbow children. They are open to being in a throuple relationship. They are spiritual in some way, to the point that they can see things like auras and or spirits and or someone who already died within a dream. These people are living their first life in this dimension, just like me, because they come from the same soul. And these people feel drawn to me. We will feel drawn to each other, attracted to each other, because we come from the same soul. And whenever you meet someone who is a flame to you, whether it be a twin flame, a triple flame, a quadruple flame, quintuple flame, etc., when you meet someone who is a flame to you, you will feel this intense magnetic attraction towards them. It is only natural, because their soul is polarized with your soul, so their energy will attract your energy. Triplet flame relationships are unique in that either all three of the people within the relationship will have balanced energy, i.e., all three of those people will have balanced masculine and feminine energies. Or you will have three people, but one of those people has divine masculine energy, one person has divine feminine energy, and one person has divine balanced energy. And what's nice about divine balanced energy is that the masculine part of the divine balanced person will attract the feminine energy, and the feminine part of the divine balanced person will attract the masculine energy. So the divine balanced energy attracts masculine energy and feminine energy. So the divine balanced energy attracts the masculine and the masculine attracts the feminine and the balanced, and the feminine attracts the balanced and the masculine. That's the way it works in a triplet flame relationship. Also, if all three of them are balanced, they attract each other, because balanced energy also attracts balanced energy, and the masculine part of the balanced person will attract the feminine part of the other balanced person, and the other balanced person's masculine energy will attract the balanced person's feminine energy, and vice versa with each person involved. So yeah, for example, if person A has balanced energy, their feminine energy will attract person B's masculine energy, even if that person B has balanced energy. If person B is divine balanced, that person B's feminine energy will attract person A's masculine energy, because anyone who is embodying the divine balanced energy has both masculine and feminine energy. Someone who has divine balanced energy has equal proportions of divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And someone who is divine balanced will have approximately 50-50 masculine and feminine energy. So a divine balanced person will be approximately 50% masculine and 50% feminine in their energy. Or you could also think of it as a divine balanced person has 100% balanced energy. Again, these are all approximations, because as we move through life, our energy shifts and moves. So it's not always going to be a perfect constant percentage or a perfect constant number. And that is totally okay. It's totally natural and part of being human. Being human is wonderful, and I enjoy it very much. Something I also want to mention is that my triplet flames, specifically, both of them are open to raising a family together, because that is something I've wanted since I was 3 years old. When I was 3 years old, You know who I wanted to grow up to be when I was 3 years old? I wanted to grow up to be a berry picker and a dad. So interestingly enough, I actually pick berries in my garden. I'm not like a professional berry picker, but I pick berries that I grow myself in my garden. And these berries include raspberries and blueberries and blackberries. And someday I do hope to be a dad. Someday. However it ends up happening, I am totally okay with that. So yeah, isn't it beautiful to realize wonderful things about yourself? I love it, and I hope that more people become aware of the existence of triplet flames. I think it's very important. I think it's important also that people recognize that triplet flames come from the same soul. They're meant to be together. And something that I want to say is, if someone does not come from the same soul, if they are a soulmate, they could possibly have platonic attraction to you. So essentially what that means is a soulmate could be a family member or a best friend of yours, in which case they would be a soul friend, but they could also be a soulmate. And or they could have romantic attraction towards you. But the difference is that a soulmate has a different soul from you, so they come from a different soul than you. Also, if someone ignores you or doesn't pay attention to you or ghosts you or disappears or is no longer interested in meeting you in person, that person is not your twin flame, your triple flame, or anything, really. That person does not come from the same soul as you in that case, if they ignore you. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out, much love, and may be free. Mwah!